Hello, I'm Elena. Have you ever felt like you're stuck in a loop in your relationships? Maybe you find yourself constantly needing reassurance, or perhaps you're the one who always needs more space. You might end a relationship only to find the same exact patterns showing up with a new partner. It can be frustrating and make you feel like you're the problem. What if I told you there's an invisible force, an unconscious operating system running in the background of your love life, dictating how you connect with others? There is, and it's called your attachment style. Understanding this concept is, in my opinion, the single most empowering piece of knowledge you can have for improving your relationships. Today, we are going to decode this system. I'll explain the 3 main attachment styles, help you identify which one resonates most with you and your partner, and most importantly, give you the tools to move toward a more secure, fulfilling, and loving connection. This is the key to finally understanding the why behind what you do. What is attachment theory? Let's start with the basics. Attachment theory is not some new trend. It's a deeply researched psychological framework that began in the 1950s. It fundamentally states that our earliest bonds with our parents or primary caregivers create a blueprint in our minds for how relationships are supposed to work. As infants, we are wired to seek closeness for survival. How our caregivers responded to our needs, were they available and responsive, or inconsistent, or distant, taught us what to expect from others. This early blueprint follows us into adulthood and shapes our romantic bonds. It influences who we are attracted to, how we handle conflict, and how we express our needs for intimacy and independence. The 3 main adult attachment styles. In adulthood, these styles generally fall into 3 main categories. As I describe them, see if one sounds particularly familiar to you. First, the anxious attachment style. If you have an anxious attachment style, your core fear is abandonment. You thrive on closeness and intimacy, but you're often preoccupied with your relationship's security. You might find yourself needing a lot of reassurance, worrying that your partner will leave you, and being highly sensitive to any small shifts in their mood. Your strength is that you are incredibly good at creating connection and are not afraid of intimacy. However, when your fears are triggered, you might engage in protest behavior, like calling multiple times or starting an argument to try and get a response and re-establish connection. Second, the avoidant attachment style. If you have an avoidant style, your core fear is the loss of independence or being engulfed by the relationship. You are often self-sufficient and pride yourself on not needing others. When things get too emotionally intense, your instinct is to pull away and create distance. You might feel uncomfortable with overt displays of emotion, downplay the importance of relationships, and prefer to deal with problems on your own. Your strength is your calm demeanor and independence, but your fear of intimacy can make your partners feel like they can never truly get close to you. And third, the secure attachment style. A person with a secure style is comfortable with both intimacy and independence. They see relationships as a secure base from which to go out and explore the world. They trust that their partner will be there for them, and they communicate their needs directly and without drama. They are not afraid of conflict because they see it as a problem to be solved together. This is the healthy, balanced model that we can all work toward, no matter our starting point. The anxious-avoidant dance, the most common trap. Now, here is where it gets fascinating. Anxious and avoidant types are very often drawn to each other. Why? Because on a subconscious level they confirm each other's beliefs about relationships. The avoidant partner's need for distance confirms the anxious partner's deep-seated fear that they will eventually be abandoned. The anxious partner's constant pursuit confirms the avoidant's belief that relationships are demanding and will try to swallow their independence. This creates that painful push-pull dance. The anxious person feels a flicker of distance, their alarm bells go off, and they move closer to seek reassurance. The avoidant person feels this pursuit as pressure and a threat to their autonomy, so they instinctively pull back to create space. This retreat terrifies the anxious person, who pursues even harder. This cycle is exhausting, but it's a powerful magnetic force until you become aware of it. The path to earn secure attachment. The most important thing I can tell you is this: your attachment style is not a life sentence. Through conscious effort, you can heal your attachment wounds and develop what's called an earned secure attachment. Here's how to start. If you lean anxious, your main work is to learn to self-soothe. You must develop the ability to calm your own nervous system instead of immediately reaching for your partner to do it for you. This involves developing hobbies, friendships, and a sense of self outside of your relationship. When you feel triggered, instead of reacting, learn to pause and say, "I'm feeling scared right now." Then, practice communicating your need clearly and calmly. "I would feel more connected if we could have a quick check-in call at the end of the day." If you lean avoidant, your main work is to learn to lean into discomfort. It's about building your tolerance for intimacy in small, manageable steps. Practice identifying your own feelings, something you may be used to suppressing, and make a conscious effort to offer reassurance to your partner, even when it feels unnatural. A simple phrase can be revolutionary. "I need some quiet time to myself right now, but I want you to know that I love you and I'm not going anywhere. Let's connect in an hour." Understanding your attachment style is like being given a map to your own heart and the hearts of others. It replaces judgment. "Why is he so distant?" with compassion. "His avoidance style is being triggered." It replaces confusion with clarity. It is the beginning of a new way of relating to yourself and the person you love. The work isn't easy, but the peace and security it can bring to your relationship is worth everything. If this explanation was helpful, please click the like button and subscribe for more insights. I would love to create a community of understanding in the comments. Without judgment, feel free to share which attachment style resonates most with you. You'll likely see you are not alone. Thank you for your willingness to understand yourself more deeply today. Be well.